What's going on, everyone? This is Mitchell Mander here, and we're going to be doing something a little different from the norm. So, I don't know if you're familiar with Screen Rant, but they're pretty notorious for just being wrong about everything they talk about. And their articles are very clickbaity. They usually tell you something and then they don't really explain or tell you anything what the title's about, or they just clickbait you and then they only maybe mention a few things and they're usually wrong about a lot of stuff that they're talking about. Well, I don't know if you're familiar with Geekdom 101 or Swag Kage's videos on them. Geekdom 101 debunked a few articles that they wrote on Dragon Ball, and Swag Kage debunked them on characters that were supposedly stronger than Hokage, Naruto, and Sasuke. And well, looks like they made an article here on Pokemon. There's probably plenty of others they've done, but this one just stuck out like a sore thumb. So it's titled, as you can see on screen, Pokemon Theory. Ash's dad died in the Pokemon War. So you're probably thinking to yourself, what the heck? Ash's dad died in some Pokemon War? What is Screen Rant even talking about? Well, they're actually talking about a theory, and it's a theory that I actually didn't know about until just recently, in which a hypothetical Pokemon War took place prior to the events of Pokemon Red and Blue. And some evidence to suggest this happened is that Lieutenant Surge took part in this war, and he talks about it. Which this is already a big stretch in of itself, but this would seemingly explain why Red's dad is missing in the games, and why Blue is pretty much an orphan. Yeah, it's pretty much, this theory is pretty much a major stretch, but it would also explain why there's supposedly no middle-aged people in the games, which is already kind of dumb. But whatever. But the problem with Screen Rant's argument here is that they're talking about Ash. They're talking about the anime. Screen Rant, the anime and the games are in two separate canons. I don't believe Lieutenant Surge even mentioned being in a war in the anime, so this kind of already shoots this theory in the foot. And we haven't even gotten into the article yet. So why not? Let's get right into this article and see what good old Screen Rant has to say about Ash's dad supposedly dying in some Pokemon War, even though it's most are linked to the games. In the Pokemon franchise, players are only ever introduced to Ash's mother, leading fans to speculate that his father died during the Pokemon War. Excuse me, Screen Rant. Who exactly is speculating about this? Who literally is going online and saying, you know what? I think Ash's dad died in the Pokemon War. You know that Pokemon War theory? Yeah, that must explain Ash's dad's absence, because he died in that war. Yeah, Screen Rant, you should provide some proof of people actually talking about this. Like, is it on Reddit? Is it on Twitter? Is it on Facebook? Provide a link. Do something, because I'm not seeing it here. You're saying that there are fans that are speculating that Ash's father died in some Pokemon War, but you're literally not providing any proof to that. You're just saying that. I mean, I'm really confused here. Like, why didn't you even try? I know I like to trash on comicbook.com, but at least they show off the tweets that people are saying that, backs up what they're talking about in the articles that they write. So at least I got that. Screen Rant, they can't even do that. Like, come on, guys. You can do a little bit better than this. Anyways, one of the biggest mysteries in the Pokemon franchise is what exactly happened to Ash Ketchum's dad. The video games and the show only ever show Ash's mom, Delia Ketchum, and often refrain from making any mention to his father. Screen Rant, Delia Ketchum is anime only. Do you not realize that Ash and Red are two separate characters? Red's mother in the games is not even mentioned. I'm not even getting far into this article and I'm already having multiple issues with it. Come on, guys. Like, is this guy seriously not even doing like the minimal amount of research to know the difference between Ash and Red? Like, he's automatically assuming that Delia Ketchum is in the game. Like, I know I'm kind of spending way too much time on this, but it's it just blows my mind that this guy actually wrote this in the article. Anyways, moving on. This led to a flood of theories which stat characters ranging from Mr. Mime or even Professor Oak might be the wait, what? Hold on just a second. This led to a flood of theories which stat characters ranging from Mr. Mime or even Professor Oak might be the man, this is hurting my brain. The grammar here is off. I'm sorry I'm like stopping like after every sentence, but like this is bad. You're supposed to be a professional journalist. Like seriously? Whatever. Anyways, and one theory in particular connects back to the supposed Pokemon War that happened long before Ash started his journey, which if you click on the link here, it links back to another Screen Rant article, which is talking about the games, by the way. The anime has nothing to do with this supposed Great Pokemon War. Oh my goodness. The Great Pokemon War, otherwise known as the Kanto War, what? Really? Refers to a supposed conflict that took place between Kanto and Johto regions, The theory primarily looks at the blatant lack of middle-aged males in the Pokemon Red and Blue games. Often the player only ever encounters teens, and a few older men. Women are the only ones that seem to fit the middle-aged category. Oh my, oh my. This discrepancy is then put up against Lieutenant Surge, who speaks about how electric Pokemon saved him during an unknown war. Knowing this, there's a possibility that Ash's father was a soldier in the Pokemon War and ultimately died. What? Okay, I mean, you could say, they're the only women that are in the games are middle-aged, but that's an extreme stretch to say. I mean, this is coming from, way back in the day when the games were super limited. They couldn't really do a whole lot. Another thing, too, is, I would consider Koga to be a middle-aged man. I don't know, but that seems to kind of debunk it a little bit. I mean, but again, you're comparing the games to the anime. In the anime, there's more variety of characters in the show, including middle-aged men. So, yeah, Screen Rant, you're kind of wrong there. Alrighty, moving on. So, this wouldn't be the first time that Pokemon has directly discussed death and murder in the franchise. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on, before I go any further, there's a link here to another article. Let's see if they're actually talking about... It says it's linked under Pokemon has directly discussed death. So I'm wondering if they're going to be talking about maybe the Stoutland death or something like that, or like another character that might have died. Let me just look at this article really quickly. Oh. How Pokemon confirm the Dark Cubone Kangaskhan theory. Another theory? What? Come on, Screen Rant. Like, this is a joke at this point. Like, come on. Like, why are you linking your own articles? You just trying to get more ad clicks just by linking your own stuff, even though your own stuff is easily debunkable? Oh well, anyways, I'm getting too hung up on this stuff. But anyways, in the first season of the animated series, the show introduces a character simply known as the Maiden. She resides at Maiden's Peak. And I guess I gotta criticize myself since I call it Maiden's Peak. Maiden's Peak as a ghostly apparition who is said to be awaiting the return of her husband. What is interesting is that it's said that her husband died in a war. The war is said to have occurred about 100 years ago, but where it happened is unknown. This sequence does provide another canonical reference to what? Excuse me, what? This sequence does provides another grammar error. Provides another canonical reference to the. This guy can't be serious. Like this, there's. My brain is literally breaking here. A canonical reference. So, hold on to the Pokemon War. Like it's an unknown war. You can't like say that both are one the same. Like you're saying like it's actual factual like evidence. This is supposed to be a theory, and you're saying, oh, this is absolute proof that this is, a canonical reference to the actual Pokemon War when it states that it was an unknown war. Like, oh my gosh. And the men who died in it. Oh my gosh. This could mean that the war lasted for many years prior and continued until Ash's father was old enough to fight himself, finding himself as another casualty. You can't make this up. So this war took place over like about 100 years ago, and you're saying that this war went on for so long, for like decades, that it got to the point where Ash's father was old enough to fight in it himself, and he died? Like, did this war go on for like what, 90 plus years? Is that what you're telling me, Screen Rant? Because that's what I'm getting from this article. Like, this paragraph, there's like everything that I've been reading so far, there's just mistakes left and right. Like, come on. Like, I mean, I like the Maiden's Peak episode, but like, it's an unknown war from 100 years ago, and you're saying it's a canonical reference. Like, this sequence, this war, it's a canonical reference to the Pokemon War. Like, you don't know what you're talking about, dude. Like, Lieutenant... I don't know. I guess I need to move on. My brain is breaking. Seeing as Maiden's Peak is located in Kanto, and the Pokemon War is said to have occurred between Kanto and Johto, the settings line up. Wait, what? Ash and Delia Ketchum have their... Oh, hold on. Hold on just a second. He said that because Maiden's Peak takes place in Kanto, and the Pokemon War takes place between Kanto and Johto, the settings line up. But in the last paragraph, he said that where this unknown war took place at, where it happened, is unknown. So, what? How does that line up? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, what is this guy talking about? I'm going crazy here. I guess let me move on. You guys are probably having a heyday watching this video. Just me going off at this. Oh my gosh. Anyways, Ash and Delia Ketchum both have their original homes in Kanto as well, placing them on the side of one of the warring regions. With how rural of an area the pair live in, it's possible that Delia chose to reside in a more peaceful countryside, away from the cities that were decimated by the war. What? What are they talking about? What is this? What cities were decimated? What are you... This doesn't make any sense. What cities were decimated? Like, what are you talking about, Screen Rant dude? Provide evidence. Tell me, like, what else in this theory is telling us that other cities were destroyed? What cities were destroyed? Tell me, because I don't know. You're not telling me anything. Oh my goodness. Another thing too, before I continue, is I like how it says it's like Delia must have known about this war, so she wanted to get away from it, so she chose, Pallet Town because it's the more peaceful countryside, and it's away from cities that were destroyed, because clearly, Saffron City, I mean, the Great Pokemon War destroyed Saffron City. I mean, those poor souls that lived in Saffron City, rest in peace. Oh my god. Oh, and then Celadon City. Can we not forget the time when Celadon City was just destroyed in the Pokemon Wars? I mean, they just sent electrodes down and just blown up the city. Like, what? Oh my gosh. In turn, she lived out her years with a young Ash, awaiting the return of her husband, who would never return. Oh my. Alternatively, she may have created a tale about her husband going on a journey to become a Pokemon trainer, unlike what Ash's personal... Excuse me? What? Unlike what Ash's personal goal is? In the process of starting his quest, his dad has simply yet to return, and it's possible he may never do so. Ash would then find motivation to pursue his own dreams of being a Pokemon trainer as a way to be like his dad. During the war, battling and training Pokemon became a necessity, but dissolved into a more common hobby-like activity. with how long it's been since the Pokemon War, and with how few people are still left to tell it. What? Ash's father may not be the only one who has gone on an endless journey. Like, this guy can't be serious. Like, that... What? So you're telling me, dude, that Delia basically made up the whole thing about Ash's dad going on a journey just to, you know, hide the truth from Ash that, oh yeah, you know, he actually died in war. So, you know, but then he also says that, you know, she could have said this, and then, you know, Ash, you know, he has his own motivation to be like his dad, to pursue his own dreams of being a Pokemon trainer, and just like his father. But if this is the case, then the whole point of the series is just a ruse, because Ash's dad really is dead, and Delia's been lying to him this whole time. Like, is this guy serious? This would mean the whole series, Ash has gone on a journey because of a lie that his father is actually on a journey himself, but in reality he's dead? This is literally what this guy pretty much is saying. Like, you can't make this up. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should continue. Lieutenant Surge may have only survived... Before I get into that, before I actually start, he actually talks about how, like, you know, how few people are still left to tell it. Like this guy assumed that, like tons of people in Pokemon must have died in this war, to the point where there's only a handful of people that know what happened in it. Which, oh my gosh. Like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, I can't believe this guy is saying this in this article. Alrighty, let's finish this article. There's only one paragraph left, so I got this. It's been painful, but I got this. Anyways, Lieutenant Surge may have only survived due to his careful nature during the war. However, Ash's father was likely not so lucky. Really, now? I guess Ash's father just wasn't careful enough. Because of that, he lost his life, so rest in peace, Ash's dad. You should have been more careful in the war. Just like Lieutenant Surge. But anyways, the Pokemon franchise rarely gets too deep into the world's politics. Okay? And often keeps its darker overtones more subtle, especially in the television series. Why didn't they just say television series or just TV series? Why they have the extra S there? I don't know why they make these grammatical errors. Anyways, that has not stopped fans from theorizing the darkest possibilities for Ash's father, and it is likely they should have said theories. They're acting like there's only one theory. It's likely the theories will continue to be avidly debated until Pokemon provides a direct answer on the subject. Oh, and that's it. That's literally how they ended the article. So, wow. So, that was kind of a doozy. Typical Screen Rant. You know, they're just... This is Screen Rant here. If you haven't seen them before or heard of them before, this is the type of stuff that they post. There's a lot of grammatical errors in their article, and they're supposedly journalists. So, and then there's making a lot of contradictions and mistakes, and they're talking about a theory that's tied to the games, and they're conflating it to the anime. It doesn't make any sense. They're talking about a unknown war in the Maiden's Peak episode, which took place 100 years before the events in the series, and saying that that's the Great Pokemon War, and it somehow lasted so long that Ash's father, you know, was recruited for it and died, and then suddenly everything was peaceful. And according to this guy also, only a few people know of the Great Pokemon War. Everybody else is dead. So yeah, this was so dumb. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for this video. So if you want me to do this type of content in the future, if you want to make me, you know, want me to make another video debunking or just laughing at a Screen Rant article, just let me know if you see any or if anything is ridiculous. Just send it my way. I'm not gonna do this like all the time, maybe like once a month or just once every so often. So if you want to do that, you know, just send it my way, and just, you know, tag me on Twitter or something like that, and send it over to me, and I'll look it over, and if it's just like this, if it's just as ridiculous as something like this, I'll talk about it. But I've been rambling on for too long. Anyways, guys, what did you think of the article? Did you think it was as ridiculous as I did? Post your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff.